If you truly want to know what good results Venus can give you, one of the important factors to understand Venus's good results is when Venus transits over your first house, over your Lagna. However, Venus can get equally good results for you, potentials for you when Venus transits during or through different houses. So let's deep dive into and understand through this video when Venus is transiting through your different houses in your horoscope, what kind of opportunities it brings to you, what kind of good results it brings to you. Hello, namaskar and adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan. Once more with you from your very own channel, Astro Assurance. We do the transits of the slower moving entities, the more powerful entities, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Jupiter and so on. And we do the transits of planets in different signs every time they transit as well. However, what is the result of a planet when it is transiting through different houses? So in this line, in this series, we have already done the transit of Mercury in your or through your different houses in your horoscope. Today, we will be talking about what is the potential results that Venus can bring to you when it transits through 12 different houses in your horoscope. So first, when Venus transits through your first house. Now, what Venus does when it transits through your first houses, it increases you or gives you an enhanced personal charm. So yeah, you will find that people will find you more attractive. People will find you more magnetic. People will find you more likable. So there will be a attraction towards you when Venus goes over your Lagna, over your first house. And what happens is not only does Venus bring you that, Venus also gives you an opportunity of increasing the likability. It can be through either a desire to beautify yourself, to wearing good clothes, to go to the gym, improve your looks. So during that time, you may sign up on the gym, going to the beauty parlor, getting your manicure and your pedicure and your facial and this and that done. So during Venus's transit over your first house, there will be a focus towards improving your likability, improving your magnetism, improving your looks, improving how overall your physical attractiveness is. Now, one of the things it could give you through Venus's transit is, for example, trying new hairstyles. So you go to a parlor and you say, okay, let me try this hairstyle or let me try that color. Let me groom myself in certain ways. So maybe get a new haircut apart from, say, for example, hair color, or doing some cosmetic things, trying out different things, maybe trying out a new different nose job or lip job. Some women may go through it, and that interest will be enhanced during Venus's transit through your first house. The other thing that Venus does when it transits through your first house, it gives you an enhanced confidence in yourself. So when Venus is transiting through your first house, you feel more confident about yourself. Firstly, you are focusing on your looks anyways. So you're focusing on your looks, you're focusing on the clothes that you wear. So your physical attractiveness anyways you're doing. So when you dress yourself very well, you go and buy new labels, maybe new shoes and all that. So you spend a little bit money on yourself, specifically more towards the look side. So what happens, it also gives you more confidence. So during Venus's transit over the first house, you'll also find, apart from likability, apart from the charm that you're working on, it also increases the likability. And it not only ends up increasing your confidence, but it also increases your need for love. So you want people to like you, you want people to love you, and your interest in good things in life will also increase, specifically where it aims at self. So my good looks, my attractiveness, people's focus and attention on me. So that kind of a thing increases. Apart from that, your need for social interactions and meeting new people, introducing yourself to people. So anyways, when you're looking good, you want to meet new people, you want to befriend more people because now you're looking much better than before also. And then what happens is, it also increases or prioritizes your own need for comfort, for enjoyment, and what makes you feel good. So for example, if you go to a restaurant, then you may want to enjoy good foods. You may want to sit at a place also where you feel more comfortable. You feel you are able to attract attention towards yourself. So you'll not go and sit in a corner where hardly anybody is able to see. You'll go and sit in a place where people are able to see you. You are able to see people also, and you may also be able to enjoy their attention. So overall, seeking personal pleasure, focusing on health, focusing on looks, focusing on the attractiveness in you, focusing on the magnetism in you, and overall what makes you feel good. So all this comes under focus when Venus transits through your first house. Now when Venus is transiting through your second house, so the main focus areas are what your values are. So how you carry yourself, how people see you, what your finances look like, what your possessions are. So mostly the focus is on financial security, money security, and what your possessions are. So during this time, Venus will, when transiting through your second house, will give you an opportunity to also increase your financial gains, also increase your financial potential. So now the second house is earnings, money in the bank, liquid money in the bank, bank balance, and also a potential to enhance your earning through new opportunities. So when Venus goes through your second house in transit, it creates new opportunities. Now what happens is, during this transit, the focus for you is more on the money part. So when Venus is transiting through your second house, you feel, I need to earn more money. Now the reason sometimes it happens also is because when Venus is transiting through your second house, it increases your potential to spend more also. This spending usually is on enjoying the good quality of life, because the second house is also the nutrition, the good quality of life overall, apart from the nutrition that you intake. So rich foods, good foods, going to good places, socializing in good areas or good with friends. So the focus is also on entertainment from a good quality nutrition also. So what happens is, when Venus is transiting through your second house, you also feel, because you're spending more money, I want to earn more money also. I want to increase my earnings also. So sometimes even when an opportunity may be coming where there is less chance of growth, better role, but purely because it is giving you more money, you may attend an interview. In other times, when Venus is transiting, say through the 10th or the 11th, you may not focus so much on the earning potential, but the growth, the designation. But specifically, Venus transiting through the second house will focus you on the earning part. Increase earning, increase money in the bank, increase spending also. And what happens is, during Venus's transit to the second house, it also enhances your ability to attract more money. So you'll also find that when Venus is transiting to the second house, it also creates opportunity of making some small monies here and there. So usually Venus transiting through the second house will not only increase or give you a potential to increase your earning on a day-to-day basis, say at work, but also create small opportunities. So if you buy something, you will get a good sale, you will get a good offer, or you will maybe able to buy something at a much lesser price. The other thing Venus helps you focus on during his transit to the second house is on your values. So you want to come across as a person who carries themselves with values, with a certain degree of character, with a certain degree of reputation. So unless Venus is really in debilitation, or really in a malefic intent, or really trouble, only then there will be more trouble on how your values are. So the focus is surely on money, but the focus is also on the values, how you come across to people. Your language becomes more controlled. You try to charm people with your language, choice of words also, apart from good looks and how you come across. So overall, Venus's transit to the second house will focus on the financial positions, on your investments, earning money, better financial security, and also the nutrition that you intake. Now, when Venus transits through your third house is also the house of your communication, your ability to influence, but also short duration travels, your siblings, your neighbors. So when Venus is going through or transiting through the third house, the focus for you is more on how do I enhance my market value, my ability to influence people, how I would be able to leave a mark on people. Now, what is different from Venus transiting through the third or the second houses? In the second house transit, the focus is more on to earn more money through your interactions. But through the third house, it is more about increasing value for self. So rather than looking at more money, you may look at more deals, more marketability, striking a new contract, meeting with new connections, and socializing with them. So the language that you use there is not more to just earn money. So for example, if you're attending an interview during when Venus is transiting, through your third house, you will be focusing on how am I able to get a better designation, better role in the organization, rather than focusing on the money part alone. So you're looking at earning more money, you're looking at enhancing your value surely, but you will not try to earn more money at the cost of how you are coming across as a performer in your role, in your designation, in your growth. So this is very important. The other thing that Venus does when it transits to your third house is it gives you a feeling of or a wanderlust. For example, I want to go and travel, but this kind of travel is not the need to travel long distance for long duration. Yeah, either you want to travel long distance for just 2-3 days, like flying to Dubai for 3-4 days, meeting with friends, enjoying and coming back, or going for a short trip close by, going for a picnic, hanging out with friends, enjoying your time socially. Because here and in social interaction, you also want to leave a mark. You want people to feel good about you. And sometimes you may also focus on learning new skills, learning new art, joining a Zumba class or joining some dance class, so that you enhance your looks, but you enhance some skills also. So number of times when Venus is transiting through the third house, a number of times I've seen people go and join some art classes, either join some painting classes or trying to learn a new musical instrument or join some dance classes. So the focus is surely on self and skills part. So some people may join some certifications also, which help them to be able to influence others. And their ability to create harmony and create rapport is also enhanced, not only with siblings, which the third house denotes, but also in general, maybe with neighbors. Neighbors not only in your home, but also neighbors at work. Your inter-department connections will also increase. So overall, this is the time when Venus is transiting through your third house to strengthen bonds, strengthen rapport, look at growth, and also increase your overall worthiness and your influence on people. Now, when Venus is transiting through your fourth house, maybe from 22 days to 40 days and so forth, depending on if Venus goes retrograde. So here, the focus when Venus is transiting through your fourth house is on the home, on your domestic happiness, peace, tranquility, satisfaction, assets, and a need to be connected to the roots, to inner foundation, the feeling of satisfaction, the feeling of peace, especially connected to the home, especially connected to your comforts, especially connected to enjoying yourself. So here, the person may want to feel more secure at home, more calm at home, more peace at home. So when you come back home from work, you don't want any drama, that you don't want any day. But here, when Venus is transiting through the fourth house, the focus on peace, tranquility, satisfaction is higher. So many times during this period, you will find suddenly you feel the need to play on some music. Let me play some music. Let me play some soft music. Let me play some music where I can dance a bit. Let me play some music while I'm cooking something. Let me play some music while I'm working. So usually people with Venus in the fourth house or transiting through the fourth house, or Venus aspecting or finding some relation with the fourth house, you will find that you will need to get some kind of connection to the arts. connection to the home, connection to feel nostalgic. For example, playing some music which is your favorite old favorite, and you want to play that and you feel nostalgic. Oh, I went here, I did this when we were traveling this place, or I proposed to my girlfriend with this song playing in the background. So there's some degree of wanting that satisfaction, wanting that comfort, and comforts at home. So sometimes people also focus, when Venus is transiting through the 4th house, to invest in a house, buy things for the house, repair the house, do up the house, paint the house. If nothing else, you just want to clean the house. I want the home to be spick and span. You'll come home and you'll try to find small things to correct, to put things in order, to correct the sofa covers, or buy sheets, new bed sheets for the bedroom. Focus on the bedroom becomes more when Venus is transiting through the 4th house, even through the 5th house. But the bedroom becomes more important and during the 4th house transit, and outdoors become more important when it is the 5th house. So the focus on home development, home decor, purchasing of things at home, buying things for home comfort, love, affection, and the need to feel at home with people. So you want to hang out with people who make you feel comfortable, who make you feel at home, and make you feel peaceful inside, make you feel happy from inside. And the potential for property development also is very high, where you want to invest in a property, where you want to buy a new property. And when you want to increase your ties to family members, call up somebody, go and visit somebody, call up dad or mom if you're living far. So the times that you talk to people or family or friends or want to connect with them will also increase when Venus is transiting through the 4th house. Now, when Venus transits through your 5th house, now we know the 5th house is the house of creativity, the house of romance, children, pleasure, and so on. So when Venus is transiting through the 5th house, the focus is very strong on creativity, romance, intimacy. So one thing that a person may do when Venus is transiting through the 5th house is try to look much better. Look better for the opposite gender. This is not in general for anybody and everybody. You want to look good for everybody, but you want to do something more where you are looking to attract more attention from the opposite gender. So for example, when you're going to office, you're trying out a new haircut, you're trying out new clothes, you're buying some footwear, you're buying new things which items for sprucing yourself up. So that surely there is more focus on the attraction part. Then romantically, you are more open, you're more inclined. You want to meet new people, you want to hang out with new people, you want to focus your attention on things which you do, which will also give you sense of pleasure, excitement, want to do some naughty things in intimacy, go out for a holiday with your loved one, with your partner. Some people may want to start a family, or accidentally you may start a family because you are not careful with protection and you have been too indulgent. And that's why one of the reasons you have not been careful. Other thing it does is it increases your pleasure in arts. So you're not trying to learn an instrument, which happens when Venus is transiting through your 3rd house. But here you want to go to a place where there is good music while you're eating. So normally you may want to go to a restaurant where it plays good music, jazz music or romantic music or whatever. So the focus on art for pleasure becomes higher. Wanting to learn new things which will enhance your creativity at work also becomes more during this time. People have seen focus too much on font, color, presentation when Venus is transiting through the 5th house, because the 5th house is the stage, is the platform which gives for you to perform. So usually I've seen people be extra careful when they are doing a presentation. When Venus is transiting through the 5th house, they are more careful about the font size, the color, the picture, the look and feel, how they look, what time of the day, and many other things, how the the room setup looks like, what they're using, audio visual. So there is extra effort to be able to influence people during Venus's transit to the 5th house. The other thing it does, Venus in the transit through the 5th house, it creates in you enhanced need for entertainment. gaming. So I've seen a lot of people, especially youngsters, want to hang out at a lounge where you can play games, or go to a pub and bar when the World Cup is on. So generally you may go to any restaurant or pub or bar, but when Venus is transiting through the 5th house, if there is a World Cup, baseball, soccer, cricket, whatever, football, you want to go to the pub where you can hang out with friends, indulge in some good food, alcohol, whatever, but also have some sporting activity going on. Venus transiting to the 5th house, suddenly you develop liking to buy some games, watch a sports movie, or if children are playing football in the park, when you're passing by, you want to dribble, for a few minutes. Somebody is playing badminton, you will say, can I just play for a few minutes? So if indulgence through sports may go, you may want to go for hikes, you may want to go for excursions, you may want to go for short duration picnics. So there is a natural desire to be attractive, to shine socially, to be attracted to the opposite gender, to indulge in some gaming, and also the intimacy part, the part where you are attracting attention of the opposite gender. And to an extent, you may also do some small risks you may take, not only in intimacy and romance, but also in investments. 4th house is big investments, home, real estate. 5th house is small, short duration investments or smaller investments, which may be slightly risky. 5th house is slightly more risky than the 4th house, where you want to feel comfortable. Now, when Venus is transiting through your 6th house, 6th house is the house of health, healing, service, and also self-grooming. Self-love is also 6th house. So usually when planet is transiting through the Lagna, here you're trying to look more attractive, more, indulging in doing things to look better. 6th house is where you're trying to heal yourself. So during Venus's transit through the 6th house, you may focus on your health, you may focus on taking care of any small chronic ailments, but you are trying to heal more. When Venus transits through the 6th house, you will not go for very vigorous activities, but you may want to, say if you're going for a holiday, you may not want to go for a holiday where there is a lot of outdoor activities, there is a lot of adventurism and so forth. Even if you're an adventure guy and Venus is transiting through the 6th house and you want to go for a holiday, you want to go and lay back on a hammock, read a book, chill in the swimming pool, be in the jacuzzi, just chill by the beach. It's more of self-healing, more at the physical level, but also at a soul level. The other thing it helps you do is to, when you are healing others or taking care of others, you want to do it in a softer manner. So for example, you may do things to maybe elevate the healing also, however, for others. But this will also incline you towards helping your colleagues more at work also. So when Venus is transiting through the 6th house, you will find that you may reach out to your colleagues to help. Or if somebody is asking for help, very seldom can you refuse them, because the teamwork and the softer aspects of your personality is enhanced. Venus wants you to look good, not only physically, but also look good in people's eyes, how they see. So Venus transiting through the 6th house, many times you indulge in teamwork more because you want to be helpful, but you also want others to see you better. And many times it also helps you to heal your relations with people with whom you haven't had very good relations. So usually it will give you an opportunity to interact with somebody who you have not hit off very well, or there has been some sort of fallout with somebody. So Venus will give you a chance to be able to help others, to perform useful tasks for people in a pleasant way, in a healing manner. It will also help you tidy up things, do small tasks, find joy in organizing things, find joy in organizing team things. But it will also sometimes make you over-focus on things which may not need your attention. So overall, Venus transiting through your 6th house is a slightly mixed bag, where the focus will be too much on doing for others, healing self, rather than more vigorous or adventurous activities. Because remember, Venus gets debilitated in the Virgo sign, which has the 6th house effect. So Venus transiting through the 6th house, you can end up giving more or be more giving than receiving. Now, when Venus transits through the 7th house is the house of marriage, partnerships, teamwork, acquaintances, meeting with people. So when Venus is transiting through your 7th house, the strong focus is on romantic relations, on the conjugal relations, setting up the home, setting up interaction or a teamwork where everybody feels good, you feel good. But here the focus is on that you want to feel very nice, very comfortable, very good in a partnership, in a team setting. So Venus is transiting through the 7th house, and if you're not very comfortable in your team, in the interaction, in the role, many times I've seen people want to give up the job or find a different role because they're not enjoying it. So many times they will feel that the energy within themselves is not much if they're not liking. But I have also seen people put in more effort because they are not enjoying, to try and find some enjoyment because they are stagnant. They can't do much about their role. If Venus is in very good dignity, then what it does is it makes you a darling of the people, the team. The people start liking you more. People people start understanding you more. People may think that, oh, this person, I thought this person is a nutcase or this person is such a jerk, but now I like the person better. I've been able to understand this person better. Other thing, it also helps you to socialize with people in social circles. Sometimes the effort is also to socialize so that you can find better company also. But generally it pays off making more friends. So you may or may not end up finding a better partner or a better companion, but you may end up socializing and making long time friends, very stable friends. Venus does fantastic in the 7th house, especially in good dignity. So Venus transiting through the 7th house will increase your attractiveness, increase your pull, your magnetism to people, also especially to the opposite gender. This can be very good. And if there have been conflicts, if there have been some challenges in the relationship, this is also the time where you will also work towards increasing that interaction and the rapport. And this is a good period also when you may want to indulge in a partnership for gains, more at work, but also in your business. So if you find that there are less gains in your business, you may want to enter into a partnership or work stronger with partnership, or contribute more in a partnership so that better results are coming by. So overall, Venus's transit through the 7th house is an excellent period for love, affection, romanticism, for partnerships, for better teamwork. Now when Venus is transiting through your 8th house, now this is one of the houses where Venus does better than other houses. Specifically, Venus does very well in the Lagna, in the 7th house, in the 12th house, in the 5th house, in the 4th house as well. But surprisingly, after Saturn, Venus does very well in the 8th house. What Venus does when it transits through the 8th house, it creates sudden opportunities. Sudden opportunity not only for love, affection, for one small fling or a small affair, that all may happen. So it increases your need, it increases your sexual desire, it increases your need for intimacy also, but it gives you that opportunity also to indulge, to do things, to experiment, to hang out with different kinds of people. So yeah, you want to experiment, you want to hang out with different kinds of people, you want to explore the hidden side, the desire side, the sexuality side. But it also creates opportunities for understanding people better. The deeper meaning of a relationship comes when Venus is transiting through the 8th house. So what it does is, when Venus is transiting through the 8th house, it makes you feel stronger, deeper, and ask questions. Am I with the right person? Am I doing the right things? Am I enjoying the relationship? So if you're already in a certain relationship, committed relationship, if you find somebody else more attractive sensually, then the question will arise, why am I getting attracted to this person sensually? Am I not happy with my current partner? Is there something missing in the relationship? So deep sense of question comes in the relationship. Sometimes because of this questioning, you may heal your current relationship before you indulge in some sensual thing somewhere else. So I found people that they're trying to heal the relationship because they're finding attraction outside. If the relationship heals, excellent. The relationship becomes very strong, it becomes very stable. But for some reason, in spite of their attempt, if they feel that they are not being given an opportunity, they are not being able to strike a better rapport with the current partner, then Venus may also, because there is sensual attraction outside, even if it's not sensual, if it is deeper attraction, then you may even let go of the current relationship and indulge in some other relationship. Venus may also sometimes make you go a little naughty, indulging in substance, starting to smoke, or taking more of alcohol, even say pornography and all that kinds of things can also happen. Specifically, Venus is in not good dignity. But Venus can also create great opportunities of making money suddenly. One of the best opportunities comes to you when Venus is transiting through the 8th house. Sudden opportunity of a relationship, but also making money, making investments, buying property. Sometimes it can also be through a problem of others. So because Venus is the 8th house, so somebody else's challenge ends up you making gain. So boss suddenly is unhealthy or not feeling up to the mark or gets transferred or something happens to somebody else, some sort of a misfortune or bad luck, or they are forced to take the step, and your luck suddenly shines. That's why the 8th house is also the house of insurance. So overall, Venus makes you make those experiences also, which are more mysterious experiences, psychological experiences. It will give you heightened impulses apart from heightened magnetism also. But it will also increase your deeper attachment, but also help you let go of unhealthy attachments, which are not financially helping you, which are not emotionally helping you, or you're not finding space for pleasure, for satisfaction, for calm. Then this is a period where there can be more sanitization, which also happens. Now, when Venus is transiting through your 9th house, this is a good transit of Venus, though 9th house has the energies of Jupiter, because Jupiter rules the 9th house, Sagittarius sign in the Kalpurush Kundi. However, what Venus does when it goes through the 9th house, it increases your desire for learning new things, for new experiences also. So either you want to learn new things through doing some certification, going through some workshop, going through some educational qualification also, but it may also help you, wanting to help you or giving you the urge to learn through experiences, because the 9th house is also the house of experiential learning. So a lot of people may work and may indulge in some adventure tourism where they think they can learn, or go for a meditation kind of workshop, or go to and join some 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, 7-day, or even go to long distance to join some sort of an ashrama for 6-7 days for inner healing, for cleansing, for spiritual awakening, for philosophical discussions, or just to go to a holiday and read. So when Venus is transiting through the 9th house, many times I find people, they want solitude, they want new experiences. So they will go to an ashrama, they will go to a resort, and they will not do too many things. They will just sleep and they'll read, they'll watch some movies, philosophical movies, period movies, historical, even documentaries. I've seen people watch when Venus is transiting through the 9th house. This is also gives you them the urge to learn new things from a new culture, meet different kinds of people. So people may go to exotic locations, very different locations where sometimes few people may travel, because they want to learn new things, they want to meet new people, they want to try out new cuisines, you want to indulge in different cultures also. So many times this also helps them to increase their philosophical knowledge, indulge in philosophical discussions, and through their interaction learn more. And they want to share their perspective. So they want to learn more, but they also want to share. So sometimes usually what happens when Venus is transiting through the 9th house, you also want to learn, but you also want to share. So many times people also will want to write books, publish books, write an article, or start writing a book during that period, or start a new philosophical discussion during that in transit. But it also makes you very generous, it makes you very optimistic. You start to look at the future more optimistically, and it gives you a scope for higher learning through those experiences, but with a deeper sense of self. So usually when Venus is transiting through the 9th house, at the end of those days, 20, 25 days, 40 days, whatever you do, you feel You know yourself better, you know yourself more, you know the world more, you know the reason why you've come into the world more, you know a deeper meaning of the relationship also, you understand a deeper some other culture better, you understand people better also. So overall, this is a place of period of high gains as well, because the ninth house is the house of gains. So you may make money because of your heightened education, because certain opportunity comes for you. So I've seen people go through a workshop, at the end of the workshop, because they have done that workshop, that certification, their value increases at work and they get a better role, they may get a different team, they may even get a growth. So overall, Venus going through the ninth house will bring you only gains, deeper understanding, and a more richer spiritual experiences, philosophical experience also, but even financial experience. Now, when Venus transits through your 10th house, the focus is on your public image, the focus is on your reputation, the focus is on authority figures, the focus is on your career, the focus is on your karma, the focus is on your designation, how people see you, your stature in society, your dignity, your prestige, and you want to do all of this through your charm. So you want to charm people, you want to increase the recognition that people do for you, or the appreciation that people have for you. So you're looking for more appreciation, you're looking for more acknowledgement when Venus is transiting through the 10th house. So more than growth for money, if you don't get acknowledged for a work, even if you are getting, see, entire team is getting a reward, but your extra effort that you have put in is not being acknowledged as much, appreciated as much, then you don't like. You want to get more acknowledgement and appreciation for your work also, not just a promotion. But if a promotion is coming to you, then the role should also signify the work that you have done so far, the experiences that you will be able to do. You want a better designation, and you also want a better rapport with your superiors. So what Venus does when it transits to the 10th house, it also makes you think, am I in the right job? Am I working for the right person? Am I being appreciated? Am I learning? Am I growing? Do I have a better working rapport with my superiors? If not, then you want to work on it and you want to do things different so that your rapport with your superiors and your authority figures increases. If it does not happen, then you may rethink about your job, you may rethink about your role. Then when Venus transits through your 10th house, you may also focus on how you look at work, how your desk is. You may look at the desk, is it in order? Is it well planned? You may do small things. You may bring a new thing to keep on your desk. You may put a new picture on your desk. You may change your family photo on your desk. So you will do something different to how your desk looks, how it is organized. It should not be cluttered, to doing it up. During that phase, you may buy some clothes. You may feel, oh, I don't have a good wardrobe for work. I feel most of my wardrobe is bad or not so good. So you may go and indulge in some shopping or doing something, buying shoes, buying a new tire, buying a new watch, just because you want to feel better at work. You want your image also to be enhanced at work. So usually you will find the focus on yourself, the looks part and the work part is also there. Many times when Venus is transiting through your 10th house, it will also bring you opportunities more from those industries which are more glamour driven or life conveniences driven. So people who are connected to the arts, fashion, design, interior in some way or the other, they will find that their role becomes more important during Venus's transit. They get better opportunities also. Even finance or accounts, you will find people will find those opportunities. Say, for example, you are in the IT sector. IT works in all the fields. So if you're looking out for an opportunity where Venus is transiting through your 10th house, you will get opportunities from banking institutes, financial institutes, insurance companies, glamour industries, companies which are into daily conveniences, electronics. So those kinds of things which enhance the life better, increase the quality of life better, improve your comforts better, or luxury-oriented brands also, or the IT sector, the social sector also increases. But Venus transiting through the 10th house also may make you connected to somebody at work. So sometimes you may find somebody who's a friend at work who may end up becoming a long-term partner also. Or if Venus is in bad dignity, you may also indulge in some affair, indulge in a fling, which may not be good for your reputation. So be careful if Venus is not in very good dignity in your horoscope and transiting through the 10th house, your reputation may also be stick. But overall, Venus does pretty well when it is transiting through the 10th house, brings recognition, appreciation, better job opportunities, better roles. Also gives you an opportunity of improving your rapport with your superiors. Now, when Venus is transiting through your 11th house, this is more about your social life, about your friends, about your love life, but societal interaction also. So Venus, what it does is it gives you more opportunity for more social interactions when it is transiting through the 11th house. So it will make you feel that I want to go out, I want to socialize, I want to meet new people. It will also create an opportunity where the intra-departmental interactions become more. Suddenly you find that you're going to meetings where other department people are also coming in. So you're attending more meetings, you're attending more workshops, you're attending more projects, you're working on more co-projects with different kinds of team members, more than your own team members. So the social life, the socializing at work also increases. Secondly, the socializing in general also increases, where you want to meet new people. Even if you don't want to meet new people, you will find that when Venus is transiting through the 11th house, you get invited to more places. A friend will call up and say, shall we connect? Let's meet at some shop, some pub, some restaurant. Somewhere they will want to meet you outside of your home. Or somebody will suddenly call you and say, come home, come over home, let's sit and chat. Or you will find that you're being called to some weddings, some ceremonies, something or the other is there where your social value increases, where your social need of people for you becomes increased also. And Venus through the 11th house also increases your desire for things. Your wishes and desires also are enhanced or come under focus. So during Venus's transit through the 11th house, you will also start feeling, I was looking for this since many years. I'm not able to buy that car since so many years. I'm trying. Since so many years, I'm trying to buy this house. I'm not able to buy. Since so many years, I'm trying to get married. I'm not getting married. Since so many years, I'm trying to propose to my girlfriend, but I'm not able to because I'm not in a good place or whatever. So your wishes and desires also come under focus. If you're missing out on something, then you feel the absence of the thing more when Venus is going through the 11th house. But what it does is also increases your energy to acquire the thing more. It increases your hunger and desire for things, for appliances, for people, for friends, for the social life. I've also seen people travel long distance just to meet new people, just to strike new connections. I've known a friend who goes for long duration of time, usually during Venus transiting through the 11th house, to new places than those places where he has friends. So he says, I want to go to a new place because I want to make new friends, different kinds of friends, also unique experiences as well. Then it also increases your social obligations. You want to do something for society. You want to join a workshop. You want to join a group where you are doing something for the society. If not, you get involved in some CSR activity, so corporate social responsibility activities at work. You will find some of the other project, even if it is not connected to yours, but connected to somebody else's project. Your call for those meetings, your call for those interactions, your call for your contribution also. So overall, Venus through the 11th house will enhance your wishes, your desires, your interaction, your social interactions also. But it will connect you with a number of people, different kinds of people. Many times you meet new people with Venus transiting through the 11th house socially. And then one of them may end up becoming your friends, or many of them may end up becoming friends or long-term friends also. Sometimes you meet somebody who you may even end up getting married to. When Venus transits through the 12th house, this is a very good placement for Venus's transit, because Venus gets exalted in the Pisces sign in the 12th house, in the Kalpurush Kundli. So Venus's transit through the 12th house usually brings better gains. However, this is slightly tricky because Venus through the 12th house increases your need to focus on the self part, the spiritual part, the philosophical part, but also makes you miss things. So sometimes what happens, if you don't feel too good about your life, you end up buying things. You indulge in things. So going on eating out in restaurants, going for a holiday, the wanderlust comes to you. You feel more solitary, you feel more alone also. So you may end up wanting to be with friends or buy things just to make yourself feel good. Or read books. So the spiritual side gets activated more. The solitary side gets activated more. The isolated side gets activated more. Either you want to be in isolation, you don't want any trouble, and or you want life as usual, you don't want new drama, or you want more peace, more calm, more tranquility in your life. So solitude, sometimes people like solitude when Venus sometimes transit to the 12th house, or they'll feel isolated during Venus's transit to the 12th house and get into connection. Because the 12th house is also the house of bed pleasures, what happens is sometimes you may indulge in some flings, some affairs, and end up establishing a long-term relationship with people. So I've seen some people meet somebody at an exotic location, holiday, make friends, maybe a one-night stand, and then they remain connected with them for many years, sometimes for decades together also. But Venus through the 12th house also increases your opportunity of making wealth abroad from foreign lands, foreign clients, foreign companies as well. Usually Venus through the 12th house may also increase your enhance with the opposite gender, either through work or meeting the opposite gender in isolated places. So you are traveling or you're going to some location, you meet somebody on the train where you don't know anybody, you're sitting and you meet somebody, or at the airport also. So Venus will also indulge you or make you spend more money and make you more tight-fisted after the Venus's transit to the 12th house is over. You feel I have to spend too much money, I need to pull my socks up, and I need to think more carefully. And after the Venus transit to the 12th house, you will find you have bought a number of things, or indulge in a holiday, or bought expensive things, sometimes which you don't need, or get into a relationship also which you don't need. However, the best thing for Venus transiting through the 12th house is if you're looking out for an opportunity to go abroad, or to join a foreign company, or to join a better brand, no other time period can be better than when Venus is transiting through your 12th house. So friends, now that we have discussed how Venus is transit to the 12th house, 12 houses can bring you new opportunities, what kind of chances it creates for you, what kind of potential it increases for you or brings for you, please do check in what dignity, in what sign, in what conjunctions Venus is placed in your horoscope while it is transiting, and make the best use of it. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.